Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And much respect to the Akim out there living in his work. And peace and salutation to the hopefully elect that are scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. To you I say, Shalom. Yeah, so quick news and prophecy update from Natural News. And so it says Stan Johnson prophesies of suitcase nukes, massive arrests, and the rise of a new global order. So basically you got this Christian Edomite who I perceive to be prophesying about, a specific prophecy within the Bible, man, that we always speak about, a great millstone, which is the implementation of the MOTB. All right, as you see here in bold, the mark of the beast marks a new global financial system. And that's not hard to see. It's not hard to see at all, But for some reason, you jakes out there, you fight tooth and nail with this prophecy and the fact that this is an actual physical device that will be mandated at some point in the future, in which you're going to have to take this chip to be initiated into the world to come, man. This fourth industrial revolution, which is a new world order that these devils and these heathens have in play. And as you're seeing chaos take off, pretty much escalate, well, it's all a build up into that point of the hour of temptation in which the people are going to be seeking for solutions. They're going to be seeking for an answer to all the chaos that's happening around the earth. The famine, the peasants, the financial system is all going to be tied back into that chip, man. But anyway, let's read some of these bulletins. I'm going to chew the meat and spit out the bones. So Stan Johnson, founder of the Prophecy Club, predicts the arrest of global financial elites and a collapse of the U.S. dollar. And yeah, there will be an arrest of the global financial elites, in the form of the elect coming down, New Jerusalem, once we're beamed up and saved, right? Where the elect men are going to come down, establishing order upon the earth. And Psalms 49 goes into that, in which we're going to basically bind their kings and chains and then notice with fetters of iron, when they're going to go into captivity. Speaking about these elites who have, bought bunkers, right? These billionaire bunkers, where we're going to pick them up out of the bunkers and put them into slavery. So there will be a global financial arrest of the elites. All right. There will be an arrest of the global financial elites. Salakia. So in a collapse of the U.S. dollar, this will lead to the creation of a new asset-backed currency by the BRICS nations and 41 other countries, removing the U.S. dollar as the world's primary reserve currency. So Johnson claims 35 suitcase nuclear bombs left over the Soviet area are hidden in the U.S. and could be detonated in major cities, part of a broader coordinated attack aimed at destroying America and establishing a new world order, right? So the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, has a plan to destroy America, and he's using these elites to do that because they need America to be destroyed as well to fulfill their new world order. All right, they need massive death, destruction, and chaos, to establish that MOTB system, all right, in which the people are going to be deceived into taking that thing as a form of salvation, right? But it all goes back into Yahweh Shai. So anyway, a new digital currency will be introduced, potentially with a unique identifier, tattoo, or micro C-hip, required for access to the new digital economy, the fourth industrial revolution. So Johnson warns that accepting this identifier involves renouncing one's Christian faith, and we know the true Christians are the Israelites, man, and participating in a new global system, leading to the loss of purchasing power for those who refuse, right? So that's highlighting the hour of temptation. At a point in time in which the society will collapse, the U.S. dollar will fall, right? And there will be no answers out here. You're just going to have anarchy and massive death and destruction in the streets, wars, So let's continue reading. It says, Johnson predicts that most Christians will be deceived into accepting this new system. Those who refuse will face severe hardships and suffering, losing access to basic resources, see that, The Bible prophecy teacher views these events as impending certainties requiring immediate attention. And this guy's not a true prophet, because if he was, then he would know the fate of America. But anyway, this prophecy right here is not hard to see. You got a lot of Edomite Christians who can see that this is shaping up nicely. Everything is pretty much a build up until the implementation of this damn charagma. All right, let's see what else we got down here. So basically, yeah, you get the point. We ain't got to read no more. Yeah, you pretty much get the point. Yeah, so basically all this chaos, I'm just reading through Salakia. But we read the points up here. So basically, yeah, all this chaos that we're about to see, man, all right, it's going to be a build up, until these this charagma being initiated or mandated. So we might see certain nukes set off in different cities, that's going to create this perplexity, confusion, in which people going to be crying for answers, man. That's how Esau rolls. He creates a problem, and gets a reaction, and he comes behind it with a solution. So that chip at the end of the day is going to be what these people who are deceived are going to be crying for. So let's go to Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul, which is Esau, which is lifted up in pride, is not upright in him. Because this nigga want to be like God. He wants to be like the Most High. Not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Not by the law, but by faith, right? So in the time of temptation, once this man is given the power to collapse society, and there's no resources, you can't get food like you normally would, right? Everything basically dries up. Then your faith is going to have to kick in, all right? And that faith is going to be established by you believing the report. Now, if you don't believe that the MOTB, the mark of the beast, is a chip, then you're not going to have faith in that time, all right? That means that you lack vision to see afar off, all right? And where there is no vision, it says the people perish, okay? So once that confusion sets in, and pretty much you make a rash decision to save your life by accepting this man's form of security, all right, of peace and safety, just so you can eat, then you're going to be snared when Yahweh shows up, man. This is one commandment that you can't break. But verse 5 says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, philosophies, he's a proud man and neither keepeth at home. You see Esau all over the earth, establishing his order, man. Okay, who enlargeth his desire as hell. Okay, in which, the hell represents the grave, which can never be filled. It says, and is as death. Everything he promotes is going to lead unto that fact, which is death. It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. And this is in its totality, the New World Order. He wants to gather all nations unto himself, all right, under the banner of peace and safety by taking this fucking charagma. That's going to be a snare unto the inhabitants of the earth, man. And so, I ain't going to make this too long, but basically this testimony right here was a preparation for the times we're about to come into, which is going to require, patience. It's going to require perseverance, and ultimately it's going to require faith, right? So Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. That's a period of time in which society will collapse. The dollar will have no value. The stores will be empty, right? No food, all right? The water, everything's going to be compromised. Everything that pertains to life in general will be compromised, and the government will have that in need, for those who are willing to submit themselves and to taking this charagma. So that's a heavy time of temptation right there. So it says again, but that because thou hast kept the word of my patience, and patience goes into suffering, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So once this time happens, then Yahweh by Shemal Shai is going to provide a way out for the elect, those who endured this truth through patience, they kept it and continued in it by doing the will of Yahweh by Shemal Shai. They're going to be kept, which means in the time of famine, they're going to eat. In the time of drought, they're going to drink. They're going to have everything that they need in order to survive. But for those who are without, they're going to be left over to their own devices. So Strong G 3986 The word temptation, it says an experiment, attempt, trial, a trial, proven, okay, which is basically what the Heavenly Father is doing here. He's proving, the Israelite to see who's worthy of salvation or not by this chip. So let's skip down to definition B, the trial of man's fidelity. He wants to see how faithful you are by you being put into a predicament in which you're going to have to make a choice. You either serve me or you're going to serve Esau, all right? So basically it says, integrity, virtue, constancy, and enticement to sin, temptation, whether arising from the desires or from the outward circumstances. All right, so people are going to be tempted to sin by taking this charagma due to the desires of the flesh stemming from the outward circumstances of not having the things that you normally would have. All right, so they're going to be forced. People are going to be forced, man, to go and take this charagma by default if they don't have the truth. Because it's not going to be any other form of salvation out here. And if you go and take it, well, that breaking that one commandment is going to be certain death. All right, so let's go ahead and get that real quick and we'll close it out. I didn't want to make this too long, but Revelation 14 verse 9. So doom for the worshipers of the beast. All right, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, a new revised Roman beast system, which is the New World Order, in his image, and receive his mark in their forehead or in their hand, all right, the charagma, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemel Shan, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So when you take this charagma, that's you pledging your allegiance unto Esau. You saying that he is your God now, he is your power, right? Instead of leaning on Yahweh Shemel Shan. Well, that's going to be the ultimate offense. That's likened unto you committing spiritual fornication, okay? Laying with another God, right? So by default, you're going to suffer that wrath when he comes and saves the elect. The elect going to be beamed up. But you're just going to be left here, man, to bathe in the nukes. So anyway, let's read this again. Verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah, so like I was just saying, once the elect are beamed up, those who kept the Lord's patience, which during a heavy trial of temptation, they were fed, they were kept. Well, once they get saved out of all this hell, man, all right, well, those who took the charagma, they're going to be left behind. Just like during the time of Noah when the Lord closed the door, right? And they was left without. So it's going to be a heavy time of regret. You seeing that burning and melting away, and you seeing, Yahweh Shai being with the elect, us being changed. That's going to be a very horrifying sight, man. So that's why we constantly warn about the MOTB, which is definitely coming soon. And that's going to be a great time of temptation once it's mandated. All right. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you're edified. Until next time, I say shalom.